In this video, I'm going to demonstrate setting up two-factor login for an AuthLite user on a macOS machine. First, I'll log in with a user who's not in the AuthLite group yet, with just his username and password. Looking at the K list, we can see I have a domain credential in Kerberos. But I can't access this two-factor shared folder. On the domain controller, I'll add this user to the AuthLite users group. And I'd give him a YubiKey, but he already had one because I was using him as an AuthLite user earlier. Now we need to tell AuthLite to enforce two-factor logon for AuthLite users when it sees logins coming from this Mac client. Macs don't implement group policy the same way as Windows machines do, so this process is different than the Windows best practices. The Mac needs to be in forced two-factor computers, LDAP permissions, and sticky two-factor computers. Back on the Mac side, I need to log in as a local administrator and install the AuthLite plugin. And I'll briefly show what this does. It puts a login window plugin into the security agent plugins folder, and it adds this plugin into the authorization DB list, so it will run before the Mac processes the login. It also installs a script here in the applications list, which can be used to uninstall the plugin. Now I'll log in with two factors. Unlike the Windows client machines, there is no way to put the OTP into the username field here, so you'll notice that that's different. I'll put the OTP after my password, wait for the YubiKey to finish typing the OTP, and hit enter or press the logon button. Here I'll just demonstrate that my keychain is unlocked, which is how you can tell that the Mac did get the right password for this user even though I put the OTP into that field too. Now I'll demonstrate offline login with this user's mobile account. I'll disable the network so the machine will not be able to reach the LAN. Now, unlike on the Windows side, AuthLite does not currently have a way to enforce two-factor login to the mobile account when the machine is offline, so I can log in there with just this user's password. But as you can see, although I'm on the desktop, I don't have a domain credential. If I turn the network back on and try to connect to something on the domain, it will prompt me for credentials. Now, annoyingly, this network logon prompt is the exact opposite of how the login window works. It will not tolerate the OTP in the password field because it hashes the field instead of sending it to the server. But this will accept the OTP as the username. So by supplying the OTP and the password, I get a two-factor network credential, and I am now allowed to access this share, which only has two-factor users and permissions. Now I will quickly demonstrate how to uninstall the AuthLite plugin from the Mac. I'll log in as an administrator again. Then drag the uninstall script to the terminal and enter my password. So now we can see that it has removed the plugin and removed it from the authorization list, so it's cleaned up. You can now also drag the AuthLite plugin folder to the trash to complete that cleanup. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.